foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Drown out my problems, let me. When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Where's 180? Hey, 133. Wait.
First carry for Nick Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Regular.
Mayfield throwing quickly, out to Beckham. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Good. 180. 49. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Load it! Load it! Switch! Hey, 79! 79!
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 30 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Meanwhile, here a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
180! 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
I smell fear in that offense.
Real.
Fear in that offense.
Check 52. Check.
From the gun, Mayfield.
He's checking.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Alert! Hey, Alpha! Mike Bartu! Quit talking about it and bring it! Watch twist! King! Watch the safety creep! Shoot!
Point it right. My God!
3rd and long for Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Returning, it's Benjamin. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 times.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 55 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, alert 33.
Safety's creeping.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Swift,
Load it. Load it. Hey, Rocket. Hey, box truck. Box truck.
To throw again. Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, 79. 79. Buffalo one. Buffalo one.
From the gun, Rivers. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Push him back. Push him back.
On 2nd and 9. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
X3. 218. Chop.
You go take.
I got it.
A run for Nick Chubb. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now it's Hunt, and here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at the 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
12.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. I got one.
Go.
58 is the mic. 58.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 3rd and 5. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. It's hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Watch twins.
Orange ball 4. Hey. High 7.
53.
Rivers. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get off the field. Wide. Get wide.
Run 80.
58 is the mic.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll run on first down. It's Gordon, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Browns' 18.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check 99. Check 99.
Room.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his third touchdown pass of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but stories.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Denzel Perryman just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Real.
Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. The reception good for 7. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
You got three down.
Hey, alert!
Bang, 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 bang. Check three, check three.
On the ground, it's Chubb. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Melvin Ingram picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 13. Check 13.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the post.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
53, check 53. Check, 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 check. Check, 53 is mine. Check, 53.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Mayfield looks to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, that is incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Rashard Higgins. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And again, it's Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 36. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, but it's going to be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you. I got you. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 33-yard line.
Brown 80. Hey, Brown 80.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
Keep it skinny. Get hot.
Throwing, Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A 4th touchdown pass there for Phillip.